Target acquired.
Eagle 1, first strike. You have permission to engage the target.
Warning: the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Welcome, everyone. News just in. So, actually, that's just for dramatic effect, guys. Hey, I'm going to do a stream tonight. I'm not really sure what I'm going to cover since I was rudely interrupted the other night. We'll do something tonight. Normal time. Well, no, actually, hold on. Tonight's Tuesday. Tonight's whatever. I might do a little bit of whatever, like watch party kind of thing. Start around 7:30, 8 o'clock my time. Look for the live. It's going to be a weird week because of the shooting schedule my son has and all the things I have going on. And I've been on a couple of panels this week. I was on one last night. It was very interesting. And I don't interact with drunk people very well, especially belligerent drunk people that try and talk over me after I've asked them not to. So anyway, it's going to be a good time. You guys want to be there. 8 o'clock tonight, assuming I can get back in time. The thing is I'm not really sure what time we're going to finish up. So I will be hurrying back from far away, about an hour away. And but I want to go live tonight. I want to have some fun. And probably just do like a whatever watch party. I'll restream it through here. We'll talk shit about the cast, whoever it is. Hopefully it's worth talking shit about. It hasn't been lately. It's been kind of lame, to be honest with you. You know, just been kind of lame. And yeah, that's about it. Been an interesting week. We've had a lot of we've had a couple of plants. I've had, stuff going on. Moving, I'm trying to get through this week, pump out some material, but keep it entertaining. We've got a pretty clear path forward, I think. Not going to get into all the gory details, as it were, right now, but I think I've got a pretty clear path forward. Maybe not. We'll see. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. Let's see. What else can we cover while I am sitting here goofing off, waiting to leave? There seems to be a lot of discontent lately, and I'm not really sure why. Other than normal, I mean, the normal discontent is fine. That's fine. That's totally cool. But it seems like there's been just an uptick, if you will, to use parlance, in a lot of drama just for drama's sake, which I try to avoid. I'm not adverse to engaging in it if necessary or if I'm drawn into it, but it seems like we've had a lot of drama at backbiter season. Yeah, right. Okay. Are we not men? Backbiter season. Yeah, sure. Okay. I can go with that. It could be backbiter season. The number of people out there that don't really have anything to say, but they're going to spend 20 hours saying it over and over again on the same panels in front of the same people. It's getting crazy. It's getting nuts. I'm trying to distance myself from that to some degree. If you caught the interaction last night on Glenn's channel with Smashley, I mean, she's obviously either she was trolling or she was drunk, and if it was a troll, it was a really bad troll. It just wasn't very good. And the interesting thing to me, it's probably only interesting to me, is that she was constantly wrong and she just wouldn't give it up. And she never apologized for it. She never did anything like that. And even when she was just plainly caught, telling a lie. And Adam Dole, who I'm not particularly good friends with Adam. I know who he is. I respect him as a debater and as a person who generically speaks the truth. He caught her in a lot. I caught her in a lot. It's been very interesting. And in talking with other people in this genre who are trying to move forward or get something moved forward, I have to say that while I'm not necessarily distancing myself from the community, I don't want it to come across like that, but I just don't have time to engage with drunk people. I don't have time to engage with backbiters. No, Chief Wahoo, it's not the tomato chick. It's the chick that backbit Andrew real hard. Actually, it's the same exact woman who is on video with Alex from PWF, the PUA guy that are caught on camera talking shit about Andrew. And, so, hey, morning, Glenn. Glenn and I were just talking about it. He's probably wondering why I wasn't responding in chat. I was just on stream here. Yeah, it happened on Glenn's. The thing last night was not that big a deal, to be honest with you. I just I was done. I was tired, and she kept talking over me. She was just being just a drunk bitch, and I just don't have time for that. And nothing against Glenn at all. Glenn put on a great panel, and I was having fun, to be honest with you, up until that point. But we see, and Glenn and I were actually just talking about this privately, and I'm going to put it out there now. We have a real problem in our community, guys, if we just recycle the same knowledge amongst the same 10 or 20 people, and it never goes anywhere. And my as my stated goal, I've talked about this before. My stated goal is to engage with a bunch of different people and to get other people to engage with each other, right? So like I'm trying, and I need to get my top men out there on it, but I need to get Jacob Winograb, maybe Anson Knowles, maybe another libertarian, and I need to get a couple of hardline conservative guys. I actually don't know any hardline conservative guys right off the top of my head that would be on a show with me. But I would really like to get those guys in front of each other and just have them hash out what their basic differences are, and spend an hour or two just talking about it, and in a try and keep it not as non-antagonistic as possible, because I feel like that all we're doing is chasing our tails. And as Andrew has said, and as I plagiarize quite often, we really only disagree on a small percentage, maximum about 20%, usually in the 7 or 8% is all we disagree. But we can't get anything done. We can't get anything done. Are we not men? Are you talking about Jacob and those guys? They've already said they're down. Well, Jacob initially said he was down, but he may have changed his mind. Anson has said he is down. I'm sure he could pull in an actual libertarian, since he doesn't consider himself a real libertarian in the classic sense. I just can't find any. I need two conservative people that can speak eloquently about being a conservative to come on this show and just have a back and forth with the libertarians. I'm not going to add leftists, because that just becomes a shouting match, and I don't want to do that. Hey, thank you, STC Media. I appreciate that. I've seen you pop up in the chat quite often. I hope that you enjoy the show. This isn't a show. This is just initially it was a message. I'm just going to take a few minutes and put this out there for people to know. Again, I will be streaming tonight. I believe it will be around 8 o'clock. Watch for the stream to pop up. There will be no guest as of now, unless somebody approaches me and wants to be on tonight, which is perfectly fine. We could do that. More than likely, we're just going to kind of do a watch party of whatever and make fun of the girls there. Yeah, Glenn, you know what? I believe that you would be really good. I think that you're very level-headed and can talk to people that you disagree with very well. So that's, and maybe, maybe what I need to do is have you pull from your community as well. Legendary CEO, are you? Maybe that's a thing. We'll be glad to do that. Now, the only caveats is that everybody's going to have to be on camera. Because I don't believe in having people off camera. So, in a discussion like that, yeah, we'll set that up. And it's not going to happen today. Probably maybe I was hoping for next week or the week after, but we'll make it happen. That's a show that I really want to do because I believe that it will further what we're trying to do here. And Glenn, if I may be so bold, sounded a little frustrated earlier because things like last night happened where we agree on a lot of things, but then somebody just had to run their mouth and derail the whole thing. And then, of course, we chase our tails, right? Where, and I'm, I don't mean to pick on Speakeasy here. I love Speakeasy. He's a cool dude, but whenever we start talking about all of this stuff, he kind of defaults to all porn should be illegal, right? And it's not that I necessarily disagree with him. I just don't see a way that we can make that happen. And so the conversation becomes a stalemate. I'm willing to give ground that, hey, I agree with you, but I don't see how we can have it or have that happen. And he remains steadfast that this has to happen. And we can't move forward from that, right? We can't even move in the direction where that's a possibility of something that could happen. And this is what we've got to stop doing in our community. Right. Glenn says, we want practical, realistic solutions. I forgot I can do this. I'm used to being on other people's panels where I can't put shit up like that. Right. That's what we want, guys. We need to do it. And I do not intend to spend the next year talking to the same 8 or 9 people over and over and over again and just rehashing the same points and the same show. And, sure, it'll gain me viewers. It'll gain me subscribers and the show will do okay. I don't want the show to do okay. I really actually would like to have forward movement. And for forward movement, we have to do something, right? We have to engage in things that we may not want to do. We may absolutely not want to sit down across from people we don't like. And in this case, it would be online because I'm not renting a studio or anything to do it. I mean, we could have a summit here in Nashville. There's a really nice place in Nashville that that's all set up for like pro level podcasting. And I would be happy to host that. We could make that happen. We could have all of the great legend in their own mind, maybe guys like me and Glenn and Easy and I don't know who on the left side. I don't really pay much attention to the left, but I'm sure that there's a fleet of those guys. We could have everybody come together and we could have a week-long thing of discussions, and it'd be great. It'd be really awesome. Everybody get a lot of content. It'd be, maybe we could actually move some things forward or backwards. Some movement has to happen because we're not getting anywhere, guys. And we're not, and it's somewhat frustrating. And I sensed Glenn's frustration this morning. And I, to be honest with you, I was kind of frustrated last night because here I am trying to explain a very important point to Glenn's argument. And this drunk lady is screaming and laughing and giggling and cackling like a 4-year-old. And of course, I just said, I'm not going to sit around and argue with a bitch. So, and I punched out. So, it's actually pretty funny when I look back on it. I was like, man, I'm just going to go to bed. Fuck this. I'm out. But yeah, so that's kind of that's kind of what's going on. I'm not refined like other creators, so I don't have a bunch of cool like screens that do things for me or anything like that. So when I do updates, it'll be in this form where I just say, hey, we're going to do an update, stand by. So yeah. Lauren B, I agree with this sentiment. But the problem is that we can't even agree on the propaganda. I would love it. I would love for us to get to a point where we can agree on the propaganda, at least the core propaganda. Right now, there's so much antagonism between red pill, not red pill, pickup artist, libertarian, Republican, conservative, counter conservative, neoconservative, paleoconservative, what the fuck ever, you know? I mean, we could go on all fucking day. So, you know, there's more, there's a better way to do this, guys. There really is. Look at what Andrew's doing. Andrew controls every second of that debate, and that he has. And even when he does interviews, he does the best he can to control it so that it doesn't get out of hand. The message doesn't get diluted, and everybody knows what he means to say. So I think that these are steps that make sense to me, and I think that this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to do. And I would really love to have effective propaganda. I really would. If you can give me effective propaganda, I'd love to have it, because I would love to spread it far and wide. I agree with this. There's no point in complaining about our problems if we don't have actionable practical steps to take to address those problems. 100%. That's always the case. Chief Wahoo slams in here. This is a very good point. I'm gonna think a lot about this. Everyone likes to have long discussions about the many cultural problems and not look at the root causing a problem. Jay Dyer has many videos talking about the push to atheism. Sure. How do we fix that, right? How do we quit complaining about everybody else's church? Right? Like, I honestly don't care. I understand Andrew cares, and he has a reason why he cares, and I agree that he is perfectly okay to have that reason. He's probably right. But as a Southern Baptist, I honestly don't care about Methodists. I don't. They're Christians. We'll shake hands. We'll go to the same parties. It's all great. It's fine. They can believe what they believe. I believe what I believe. I'm not going to change their mind. They're not going to change mine. I'm not going to argue with them about it. It's just not worth it. Now, if we start, kind of competing in the same school for the same souls to bring to God, then maybe that's a problem for someone above me. But I'm not clergy, so I'm not. It's not my gig, man. Not my gig. I already said this one. Yeah, she's a loser. She's a loser bitch. You can tell her I said that. She antagonized Easy. Yeah. Okay. She didn't really antagonize me. It's just she just kept talking over. She was obvious she was drunk. We need to really ask the question, how can we make our desired outcome attractive enough for both men and women to buy into? Part of our problem is messaging. Yes, again, we need good propaganda, guys. Gotta have good propaganda. Propaganda only works on weak minds. People that actually have working brain cells don't fall for it. Interesting. I disagree, but also I don't disagree. Propaganda works on very smart people. COVID, for example. COVID. Just going to throw that out there. A lot of really smart people bought into that shit. They did. So, yes. That's not drunk. That's just feminism. No, she admitted she had several glasses of wine. So whatever several glasses of wine means, I don't know. I'm not female. I can't get there from here. Anyway, guys, that's the update. I will be live tonight. More than likely, we will be doing a whatever watch party. I don't know if Andrew's on tonight. If Andrew's on, I'll probably just do a quick commentary, and then we'll head over and watch it in Andrew's stream. Anyway, she drinks wine straight from the box. Fuck, Grungehead. That's hardcore, man. Damn. Yeah. So think about, you guys, think about when you're when you're interacting with all of these people and all these creators, think about what their message really is, and if and maybe you as part of the audience can help them find a way to interact with other creators that's more positive or create, move something along. Glenn says, yeah, she was very intoxicated. But I'm patient with her because I've had very long conversation with her about the Bible during a live stream, which seemed to be beneficial. Yet, Glenn, nobody can fault you, brother. You did everything right. I wasn't gonna. I look, you can tell everyone I did not go in the back chat and say, Glenn, kick this bitch. I didn't do that. I said, you know what? I tried to make my point. It was a good point. And she'd been doing it so much. I was tired, dude. I want to go to bed. I want to go, cuddle up with my wife and do man and wife things and go to sleep. That's what I did, So, that was way better than arguing with a drunk bitch. It just was. I will take that in that choice. Drunk bitch loses every single time. So, right. Yeah. And I was trying to be patient with her. I asked her like a dozen times not to speak over me. Then I told her to shut the fuck up. I told her like 5 times, shut the fuck up and let me finish and you can talk. I let her talk. She did not let me talk. I said, shut the fuck up, let me talk. And she did not do that. So that's the way it is. Glenn is cool with everyone. That's true. Glenn's got a lot of patience, and he's got some training. He's a that's one of the things that when you're studying in a religious atmosphere, they teach you a lot. It teaches you a lot of patience because you just kind of have to, and you get to listen to a lot of people's problems, and whether you want to or not. So it is what it is. All right, guys. So Wednesday night, I will be on normal time. Should be on normal time. If I'm a few minutes late, that'll be fine. On Thursday night, Thursday we may do a long special. We may have a panel. Maybe I'll get Glenn and Speakeasy and some of the other standard issue crowd to come out and we'll just do a panel or something. We'll spend because I don't have anything really to do on Thursday as yet because we're not shooting no wait, pardon me, Thursday will not be. Yeah, Thursday won't be good. But Friday, I think Friday we're not shooting at all. So as long as there's nothing that we have to fix, I will be on early Friday, and we'll carry that throughout the day. We'll just like I said, maybe we'll get Glenn and some other guys to do panels and stuff. Hi, Dave. How are you? It was good to see you on camera the other day. I forget where I was at, but it was good. I think it was on Glenn's stream. So, yeah, Glenn had a lot going on last night. Jack was nuking chat. He was spurging out a little bit. He was having a hard time last night. Guys, if especially if you're a moderator and you're interacting with Jack, he's got some anger control issues and that sort of thing. And he just, he means well. He's just, he just kind of like he goes from like 0 to 120 and like nothing. And so it takes him a minute to kind of cool down. But he's saying, he's been cool with me so far, even though he's blown up a few times. I ask a little bit of patience in my chat with him. If he gets really out of hand, I can talk to him, but he was really out of hand in Glenn's chat last night. He was spurging pretty hardcore. Dave, I get it, man. We all have a lot going on, man. We're all very busy guys, and nobody's more aware of that than me. I've been trying to make it happen. So, And there's I'm getting PMs from. Yep. So, but again, guys, give the guy a little bit of slack. But I think he's a good guy. I've talked to him a bunch, and Glenn's talked to him some, I think. So, yeah, yeah. Bill, I thought didn't I mod you in here? I don't know if I modded you or not. Well, I was talking about Ashley before. So, if there was if you guys missed it, I think Ashley last night was just drunk, and I just wasn't willing to deal with it. What did I miss? Somebody tell me what I missed. I'll look into it. I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. Please stand by. Oh wait, I gotta do that in another thing here. Let's. Oh, what's I don't have a. Oh man, gonna make me do work. I'm supposed to do work. There you go, Bill. Sorry, guys, I got distracted. 1 second. Pardon me. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I got distracted. Just 1 second. So yeah. So look, and Jack, Jack has admitted to me before that he can get kind of wound up, and then he calms down and everything's okay. But he really, he's one of those guys that if he feels like you've kind of gone against him, he's not happy about it. What message was that? I didn't see a message removed. That doesn't mean I see everything. But could be. So yeah, we were talking about Ashley, Bill Hicks, Ashley Smashley, whatever the hell she is. She had a real problem last night running her mouth, and I was trying to make a point to Glenn. Glenn was trying to have a panel discussion. I was trying to make a point in that discussion, which I think is a very solid point, and she just went off the damn rails and just kept talking over me. And I asked her like I don't know how many times to stop it, and it was a problem. So I ended up just and I was already tired, and it wasn't going to get any better, and I just had better. It's like so the first time that she kind of went off the rails and was talking about how she somehow took the subject from men losing everything they own in a divorce to spousal support. And I was like, that's not fucking, and then she made a pretty audacious claim that that spousal support was only for the rich and it didn't really affect poor people and all of that. And I'm like, well, I don't believe that. And she didn't actually make a good case for it, in my opinion. It basically said that if you make above a certain amount or below a certain amount, you don't pay spousal support. But that wouldn't be the problem anyway, right? They're going to be paying child support and whatever. So at the end, the guy's life is still wrecked. So I called her out on it. All she had to do was just prove it. And it went through this 45-minute thing of where she posted 6 articles. Only one of them had anything at all to do with her argument. And we had to go find the data. It was just terrible. But okay, that was fine, And she's like, I'm a little drunk, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, stop it. And she was quiet for a little while. And we started, Glenn had control of the panel and he was steering the conversation back in the right direction. We were talking, everything was great. And then I was making a point and she just kept talking over me. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to bed. So I did. That's what I did. No big deal. So morning Viking. How are you? Very good. Yeah. I do love it when I have to make other people's arguments. It was pretty terrible. I actually felt like I was being really patient, but I could understand how she could see my tone as being very off and angry. And she was she was afraid of me. She was actually willing to choose a bear at that point. And yeah, and apparently I hurt all of her feelings. You're right, Anson. I don't know what I was thinking. She was tossing her female chaos at me. Yeah, I mean, it was total chaos, that's for sure. I mean, it was just nuts. Fuck, man, you guys are harsh with this box wine. That's terrible, man. That is terrible. No, it's what I said. So, all right. So for the, for the guys that just joined, I am going to stream tonight. It will probably be a kind of a whatever watch party for at least a few minutes. We'll make fun of some people, have some commentary, and then I'm going to. I'll probably pull a plug around 10 or 11 o'clock. I have to get up and go shooting tomorrow. The Wednesday night stream should happen on time as scheduled. I'm working on a guest for that. We'll see. I'll see what goes on there, and I'll update you. If there is a guest, you'll see it in the title. If not, it'll just be Kat and I. Thursday, undecided. I don't even remember what time I have to be on. We have to be on the. I think we shoot trap that day. I'm not really sure what time he needs to be on the field. So whatever happens there, it happens. May stream Thursday night, which I don't normally do, but we'll see. And then Friday night should go off as normal. Saturday night should go off as normal. Friday, I have nothing on my schedule all day. I'm going to work on the plane in the morning, and we may go live early on Friday and do a panel, maybe start out with a panel discussion with the usual suspects. We'll get Glenn and Easy and those guys on there. I am repeating myself for those of you who have been here for a while, just because we've had 20 people join in like the last 15 minutes or 10 minutes. And I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. With that, I have to get out of here. I got to be on the trap field really soon. So I'm headed to Nashville. I am retired, Jalbers. And I am retired. I've been retired since 2016. So that does it for this emergency communique from the main headquarters here. I do appreciate all the support. I really appreciate everyone being concerned, and check back in tonight. Look for the stream alert and other people walking in this direction. And hopefully we'll do at least an hour, maybe 2 of whatever podcast live review. So we'll see you guys later. I'm out. We'll see you later. Bye. Get out of here. Go away. Leave me alone.